Frank, what happened with your meeting? You were supposed to tell us about PR, Tony.
What happened?
Well, Tony wants me to do this job.
Of course, and?
And it's a lot of money.
How much money?
Well, I think at least 3 times what I make now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got home, and Edith, of course, was waiting up for me, which basically, I mean, I was kind of flying high coming out of there. And there was Edith. And the kids were asleep, and...
What was she wearing?
That's weird.
Edith, she was not dressed to seduce. And she wanted to know what happened, and she wanted, and so I you know, so the high was short-lived, we'll put it that way. Because, you know, Edith got really excited when I told her about the offer, and I felt like I was in a corner.
What does Frank want?
He said, can I tell the CEO that you're coming on board at the end of the week? And I said, no, you can't. I said, I'll let you know in 8 days.
Yes!
So I didn't give him 10 days.
Yes! That's awesome.
At least it was 8 days. But the high, it was like, it was really exciting. And then it was so depressing.
After you saw Edith?
Yeah, because I realized I'm looking at separation. I don't feel valued.
You want to leave Edith?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. Say it again.
I want to leave. Well, I never said it. You said it for me.
Can you say it?
I want to leave Edith. That night, I thought, there's no real fundamental connection.
But wait a minute. Because she was excited about the money, the consistency, you being home, you being there to help with the kids, that's why you decided to leave her? I don't understand.
You know, it's over 20 years.
May I say something to you?
I don't know.
I want to tell you something that happened.
Well, I'm not...
Because I think it's important.
I'm not sure I feel like you're pushing me around right now. So...
Listen to me.
Ezra.
Yes, Frank.
I'm so upset right now. I feel attacked.
Please tell Karina what she said to attack you.
It's what you didn't say. It's the fact that you're not listening to me and you're projecting onto me.
Karina, it looks like you're imposing your experience on Frank. It's not agreeing with him. If you're frightened for him...
I'm frightened for him.
It'd be helpful to tell him that.
I'm frightened for you, Frank. I'm frightened for you.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. You like stabbed me in the shoulder. You're frightened for me. I'm frightened for me, Karina. I'm frightened. You don't think I'm terrified?
I guess what I'm most afraid of, and I know that it sounds crazy, Frank, is that you and I are the oldest members of this group. And I feel like had I not left Ethan, you wouldn't even be thinking about this.
Oh my God.
What?
Wow. Oh my God, you just took credit for this decision. It's one of the biggest decisions of his life.
I'm not taking credit.
You did.
We need an award ceremony for you.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Karina, this doesn't feel fair. This feels like you're robbing him
So
of...
misunderstood. I'm trying to protect Frank.
But this feels manipulative for her to cry and make us all feel bad. I feel very, honestly, quite frustrated with you. Girl,
Well,
you
it could
found your
be a
inner strength
bad-
and it looked really, really good on you. And I don't want you polluting the waters with the insecurity here.
I was wrong. I was wrong to leave Ethan. I was wrong.
Tell me, Karina, aren't you allowed to make mistakes?
This seems like a really big one.
Aren't you allowed to make even big mistakes?
No,
Why not?
because there's some very, very big consequences here
That's true.
with my
That's true.
children.
With big mistakes, there are big consequences. But there are also things to learn from it, and there are solutions to big problems. It's not as if this is fixed and forever and ever. Fair to say?
I hope that you're right.
Well, I'll only be right if you continue to work at it. If you blame yourself, you're shutting down an avenue of exploration. A lot of energy goes into blaming yourself. Henry, how are you tolerating all this?
I have a question for Frank.
What?
I have a question for you.
Oh.
Well, why come and tell the group? Why not talk to your wife? Why tell us you're going to leave her instead of her?
That's part of our agreement. You're not invited to make any major choice in life.
Well, you
Don't
don't have to come to the group to ask for permission to make a major life change.
You're not asking for permission. You're being asked to include the group in a process before you do anything in life, any major decision. Don't take a mortgage, don't get married, don't get divorced. Don't decide to do anything major without first subjecting it to scrutiny, to some considered talk.
Scrutiny, even if it's difficult to hear?
Absolutely.
Oh,
all the more. All the more reason to do it.
I don't think you're going to leave your wife.
What?
I think you're just too invested in being a victim. Here, in this room, at home.
Yeah, Henry,
At work.
it's sounding like a diagnosis.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, but it's what I feel.
It's not
It's
what you
what-
feel.
it's what you
It's
think.
not what you feel. There's no feeling in there. There's a lot of cerebral.
To me, I see somebody that sees so clearly that he is on a sinking ship. He sees so clearly that his whole life could go right down into the water. You said something about being underwater. I mean, if you're in a sinking ship and you know it's going down, the best thing to do is jump off and swim as far away from that thing as you possibly can, because that thing is going to suck you down right with it if you don't get far enough away.
So all of what you said might get you a nice gig on TV. However, it doesn't fly with me because I have no fucking idea where you are and what you feel towards me in this. And until I do, I don't trust you remotely.
Henry, I think that if you continue down this path with Frank, it's not going to get you where you want to go. At the moment, you're not talking about your feelings so much as you're giving him ideas about what you've come to understand about him. It's not as valuable in the long run as finding where you are emotionally at the moment. And I think you've said quite a bit.
Well, my understanding is that you're just trying to protect him. I don't think that I don't need protection.
Well, I don't know that you need protection, but you might need a little insulation. This is only your second visit here.
It's true.
Would you help me with something else here? Would you help me understand, what am I doing? How am I failing Stuart in this process? I don't seem to be very successful in helping him say more in this group.
I feel really defensive of Henry. I feel like we cut him off. Like Henry.
You didn't cut him off. I stopped him.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm
I invited
angry at
him.
you.
That
No, you didn't invite him. You stopped him, like you said. You didn't say I'm inviting you to stop.
Right.
You stopped him.
Correct.
There's a difference. We were going somewhere, and then all of a sudden you took a 180 and was like, help me understand how I'm, being of disservice to Stuart, which was also kind of somewhat insulting to Stuart. And
I still don't know what I'm doing to fail Stuart. I haven't helped him say more. Do you have an idea about that?
I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about how you failed in another way, and that was by interrupting Henry.
Well, you know I make at least 5 mistakes a day, so that was my second mistake in this group.
Yeah, I don't know.
Henry, what do you think about this?
I feel like you set a trap for me.
What was the trap?
I asked if it was okay to voice uncomfortable truths that I'm thinking about, you said that this is the place for it. And once I
Absolutely.
start talking about
Absolutely.
them, I feel like you say that it's not the right words. You're not saying it in the right way.
I didn't say you said anything wrong. What I was trying to convey, that I didn't do a very good job of, what I was trying to convey is that in here we try to keep it simple. You approach people with a lot of thinking, and it's valuable thinking. You put effort into your thinking. I'd like to put the emphasis on your feeling life.
It feels reductive to me.
It is reductive. But even though it's reductive, I'd like you to try it. I'd like you to give it a whirl. It's an experiment.
Fair enough, I will.
Okay. What's that thought, Stuart?
I'm just thinking of how we're going to move forward.
What moves the process forward?
That's talking it out.
Exactly. Finding out what you're feeling toward people here in the moment, as you're aware of it. You can make this group go in any direction you want it to.
I actually thought a lot about you last night, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
Las Vegas. I don't know why you popped up in my head. I mean,
You don't know why?
well, I do know why. I think you're very beautiful, and I am attracted to you, and I fantasize about being with you in that hotel room and being sexual with you.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Tell me something. Would you be open to the possibility of sharing your fantasies about people in here, including Rebecca, as they occur to you?
More?
More. I mean, you're reporting something about that happened outside of group.
Yes.
My goal is to help you say as much as you can about your experience of yourself and people as it's unfolding in the process. So if you're feeling attracted to somebody, male or female in the room, this would be the place to describe it.
I'm feeling very attracted to you right now, and with Tilda's lips several times, I'm feeling attracted to her too.
Well, fuck, the three of us.
So, there's that.
There's that. That's it?
This is a lot for me, Doc. So,
That's it for today.
yeah, for today, yes. But I will,
Now, when you say that's it for today, what is it you're racing away from?
I don't know, my heart's beating really fast right now, I know that.
Great, put some words to it.
I feel crazy saying this to them, telling them this.
What's crazy about it?
I don't know.
Outside of here it would be crazy, maybe.
Yeah.
But inside here, where it's safe, where you're not going to do anything, you're just talking.
Yeah.
What's crazy about that?
I feel like I'm disrespecting them.
Check it out.
Am I disrespecting any one of you?
No, I
By
think
saying
it's
these
healthy and
things?
normal. Thank you for your honesty.
I understand that Stuart is shy and that this is a helpful way for him to put voice to it, but this did make, I'm probably hypersensitive right now, but can you tell me what the point of that is? Because I'm not sure that I get it.
Are you mad at Stuart or what?
I'm not mad at
no, she was
Stuart,
mad-
I'm
mad
mad,
at me.
yes, I'm mad
Well-
at... Can't we objectify them by
That
the
makes
things that they've said?
That
or
makes me
the-
feel like I should have said this in response to you. There have been many sessions where I fantasize about fucking your brains out, riding you till you die. Now, am I objectifying him? How can I move about now? I'm confused.
Эта серия называется «5 ошибок в день», а следующая, заключительная, будет называться «Нарушая правила». И я хотела бы вас попросить обратить внимание на эту разницу между правом на ошибку и нарушением правил, которые участница выбирает неосознанно. Потому что снова это будет иллюстрировать, как все происходящее строго индивидуально. И каждый случай, каждая ситуация требует тщательного рассмотрения. Обратите внимание на этот момент, когда будете смотреть заключительную серию, а пока вернемся в шестую, которая начинается с анализа самообвинения Карины. Я решила остановиться на этом моменте, потому что это такая частая история не только у участников групповой терапии. И в этом эпизоде показано патологическое чувство вины вина, которая мешает развитию.
Если вы вините себя, значит вы закрываете путь для исследований. Много энергии уходит на то, чтобы винить себя.
И действительно, вина блокирует наше желание действовать, вызывает чувство беспомощности, в конечном итоге мешает нормально жить, если говорить о чрезмерной вине. И в этом случае агрессия направляется на себя. Она замыкается на себе вместо того, чтобы быть направленной вовне, на решение проблемы. И снова в этой серии мы видим, как Генри раздает диагнозы и советы, на что Эзра возвращает его в здесь и сейчас.
Это то, что вы думаете.
Это не то, что вы чувствуете.
Раздавая советы, Генри остается таким безличным человеком. Он не вступает во взаимодействие. Что же ему мешает? Почему он отсутствует? Доктор Эзра комментирует процесс, который происходит в данный момент.
В данный момент вы не столько говорите о своих чувствах, сколько даете ему представление о том, что вы о нем поняли. В долгосрочной перспективе это не так ценно, как выяснение вашего эмоционального состояния в данный момент.
Кроме того, я думаю, что здесь еще четко показано, почему наша забота о других порой не может быть принята. Так называемое спасательство. Чем мы на самом деле занимаемся, играя в спасателей? Какую цель преследуем? И как тогда, исходя из этого осознания, как нам идти к этой цели? Эзра дает исчерпывающий ответ. Говорить в моменте о своих чувствах, обнаружить себя здесь и сейчас гораздо ценнее и эффективнее, чем давать свои идеи по поводу происходящего. А еще в этом эпизоде участники открыто выражают свои чувства в отношении ведущего. И ведущий, кстати, тоже. Это своего рода раскрытие того, что происходит в его собственном внутреннем процессе. Самораскрытие терапевта не обязательно должны давать информацию о его внешней жизни, что было, кстати, не очень полезно для группы. А вот раскрываться на группе в моменте здесь и сейчас, как это делает Эзра, рассказывая о своих ошибках на группе, напротив, очень ценно. Все-таки групповые терапевты являются и наблюдателями, и участниками. Они наблюдают за группой, но они также участвуют в этой группе. Я бы посмотрела на этот эпизод еще с одной стороны. Я не знаю, так ли это на самом деле было, но так могла бы выглядеть ситуация на группе, когда терапевт вызывает агрессию на себя, чтобы отвести удар от участника. Мы так делаем с целью снизить напряжение в группе, потому что задача терапевта является поддержание динамики, то есть необходимого уровня напряжения. И слишком высокое напряжение, как и его недостаток, стопорят работу, а порой могут и развалить группу. И здесь мы видим, как участники переключились на этого условно плохого терапевта, выплескивая на него агрессию, и группа как-то смогла продвинуться дальше. Что продвигает отношения? Что движет этот процесс вперед, спрашивает доктор у Стюарта, как только напряжение снижено и у участников появляется доступ к своим чувствам. И сам же дает подсказку.
Именно так. Выясните, что вы чувствуете по отношению к людям, находящимся здесь в данный момент, насколько вы это осознаете. Вы можете заставить эту группу двигаться в любом направлении, в каком захотите.
Снаружи это выглядело бы безумием, но здесь внутри вы в безопасности. Перевожу на психологический. Как правило, в повседневном общении мы не говорим о своих чувствах по отношению друг к другу. В ходе терапии возможность говорить о своих чувствах наряду с комментариями процессы, которые происходят здесь и сейчас, повышает осведомленность участников о том, как их поведение представляется, воспринимается другими участниками в группе. И в конечном счете они осознают, как они сами определяют качество межличностных отношений, в которых они живут. А с этим осознанием появляется возможность истинных изменений поведения. И, соответственно, появляется доступ к более удовлетворительным отношениям. Пока я смотрела серию, я держала в голове вопрос, почему же группа, то есть серия называется «5 ошибок в день». И к концу просмотра, кажется, поняла. Эта серия, по моим ощущениям, самое насыщенное терапевтическими воздействиями, которые возвращают участников в здесь и сейчас. Я связываю это с тем, что чувство вины, требовательность к себе, недопустимость совершения ошибок, чувство стыда, как это будет видно в следующей заключительной серии, мешают нам оставаться в конфликте, ведут к разрушению отношений, к побегу, вместо того, чтобы суметь остаться здесь и сейчас и разобраться с конфликтом. Это то, что продемонстрировал Фрэнк, когда говорил о желании уйти от жены. Это на что среагировала Карина. И это то, что блокирует эмоциональную сферу Генри. И с чем в последнем эпизоде справился Стюарт, когда озвучил свои чувства, фантазии другим участникам и получил от них обратную связь. Каково это было для них? Он осмелился и вступил во взаимодействие с другими участниками вместо того, чтобы пребывать в своих догадках и продолжать испытывать страх. И это то изменение, которое происходит в сфере межличностного взаимодействия. И именно оно оказывает влияние на восстановление полноценного функционирования личности. На этом у меня все. Продолжайте смотреть сериал. И на этой неделе мы с вами еще увидимся на разборе последней, заключительной серии этого сезона, которую разберем вместе с моей коллегой, моей соведущей, групповым терапевтом Лилией Драгерман. Приятного просмотра!